Boom. There it is. Red light, green light. Hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo. I want to welcome y'all out to Wizzo Talk. And as usual, I'm going to do my little intro, clear my throat, and then we're going to meet our guest and we're going to get this episode of Barbershop Talk rolling. If you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or it is strolling across the bottom of the screen. Just make sure you hit that notification bell because I'll post according to my guest availability rather than a fixed schedule. If you'd like to be a guest on Wizzo Talk, please hit me up in the comments, hit me up in the chat, send me a smoke signal, carry a pigeon, however you got to get me the message, and we'll get you on the show. And don't worry about a topic because I got plenty of them. I'm just trying to tell you, all you got to do is just bring the conversation. We are uncut and unedited. With that being said, let's meet our guest, and then we're going to go and get this thing popping on off. Come on with it, Seven.
Yo, this your boy 7 Points of Blitz, aka the Pomegranate Samurai, man. I want to say much bliss to everybody out there. If you want to check out some of my content, you can check me out on Spotify on the Cosmic Currency 777. You can Google After Real Truth, all one word, and you'll find me on every major platform. Thank y'all for your time, man. It's an honor to be here, gentlemen.
All right. That's what's up. What you got, Rico?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Rico, and I'm on another podcast. It's called Three Sides. Look us up, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. Or you can hit my own channel, which is Ryan with Rico on YouTube and TikTok.
That's what's up. Rico, damn near for a second there, I almost thought you was going to say threesome. I was like, oh, shit. It's like, God damn. What?
Nah.
All right.
That's the after hours one.
Yeah.
All right. Already. Come on, Chocolate Buddha. What you got?
Hey, it's America's favorite All-American, RVB Baker Jr., aka Chocolate Buddha. My link for some of my merch is in the chat, but I'm just super excited to be here. It's been a while. And if y'all want to see me, just get up with these brothers because I can't wait to be talking to them, getting on their podcast. So you want to see me, see them. And of course, Wizzo Talks. Barbershop Talks is always there.
Already. That's what's up. Yeah, for those of you watching it, maybe watching it now, or maybe catching it live now, or maybe you might watch it later, you can look in the chat. You may not see the chat on Facebook, but you'll see it on YouTube. I have the link posted for everyone's description for Chocolate Buddha, for 7 and Wizzo Talk merch. So if you guys are looking for a little bit of merch, most definitely check it on out and just check out the pages and see what's going on. So, guys, I'm going to read one more thing, and then we're going to get it going on. I changed this up a little bit because when I start doing this kind of like a disclaimer, I came out kind of hard, so I kind of lighten it up a little bit. So let me go ahead and read this right here, and then we'll get going. So Wizzo Talk is an unfiltered, unscripted podcast designated for a mature audience. If you're uncomfortable with explicit language or direct conversation, this may not be the space for you. We speak openly here without holding back. Don't let the strong, explicit words distract you from the message being shared. And I posted that because sometimes we say motherfucker, pussy, dick. And I got a message from one of my ladies that was watching the show one time, and she was saying, well, we was watching it, and we was right up into there till you said pussy. For some reason, some women don't like to hear the word pussy, but this is uncut, not edited, and I don't want to hold anybody back. I don't want to censor anybody, but I always tell them, hey, don't let the explicit language let you miss the strong message at hand, because we be coming with some fire shit every time. And just so, let me say this right here, and then we're going to get on with our first little topic. So the way it goes in Barbershop Talk, so those who haven't seen it for a while, there's some guys, we're in the barbershop, and we talking shit. You won't never hear me really talk about sports because I don't follow it that much, but I talk about some real life, everyday type shit. I have no idea what my guests are going to bring up. We don't know. The only one know is them. The only one knows who's going first is me. Sometime I go first, sometime I don't. I don't want Wizzo Talk to be all about me. I want my guests to have a voice and also to be heard. So with that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. And we say fuck him twice, 7 days a week and twice on Sunday already. So,
hey, Wizzo.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say something. Hey, to that little precursor that you just gave out to the crowd of the warning, you should also add in there, we will come for you in the comments.
Facts. Big facts.
I have to keep that in mind. That Seb, we appreciate
We
it
will come for you.
already.
And I got 7-6 on that one.
No doubt, no doubt. And
I
to the
love
viewers
Sam
that's out there watching right now, to the viewers that's watching, hey, if you got something you like to say, post it in the chat. I share it on the screen. If it's for a certain person off in here, Rico, Chocolate Buddha, or Seven, or myself, hey, post it up and we'll try to check it out, see what's up. With that being said, let me come to my first person with the first topic up in the barbershop. Rico, what you got out there, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, we briefly talked about it for a moment. I want to talk about what's going on in this country, especially with this man, the orange man, and his followers who are coming for our people. They are coming for our people. Y'all need to prepare yourselves for what is to come. If you're not preparing your family, meaning buying weapons, ammo, stockpiling food, non-perishable items, water, and you're doing a disservice to yourself, especially for you men out there. This man, now they're getting rid of the law that says racial profiling is illegal. That's definitely directed towards us. They want to lock us up. The group of pedophiles, because now they're about to change the law that says little girl, the age for consent for sex to 14, so that they can have sex with little girls, because the majority of them already been caught. If you've been watching the news, a lot of politicians around this country, white men, are being caught with child pornography. So that's what I want to talk about, so we can get a warning to our people. How do y'all feel about what's going on in the world, in this country now?
All right, let me jump on that for a second. Then we'll go around the room and see what's going on. So when you're saying for our people, now what do you say to the people of color that voted for this motherfucker? I mean, it's a whole lot of them that voted for him. So what is your message to those guys that voted for him, even though they know all this shit that's going on?
Hey, I'll tell y'all exactly what I told them before they voted for him. Y'all some dumbass coon Negroes, and I know you hating your vote right now because you realize what you done was set your family back and put you and your family in a real bad situation, because they're about to lose their Medicare, their Medicaid, any family you have in nursing homes or that's sick. If you can't afford the medication, they're more likely going to die. So kill yourself.
But on the last note, before we go to somebody else, so this guy's saying, so what? I'm making money, because a lot of people that I know personally told me they voted for 47 because they're getting a tax break on their business. They're getting this here break, they're getting that break, they're getting that break, and they're quick to say Obama didn't do shit, Biden didn't do shit, but they wholeheartedly support Trump. So what is your message to them? Just they getting some money on that, and then we're gonna go to Chocolate Buddha. What you got on that?
Look, the tax bracket that me and my wife, and like I said, my wife is a doctor. The tax bracket that we in, his taxes and all the stuff he doing, we benefit from that. But I didn't care. I was never going to vote for him because I already knew what he was about. And the people who look like us, men or women, that voted for him, they were uneducated, uninformed, and all they do is watch the news. So for me, that is not an excuse. Money doesn't make me move. If money is your center and you love it, it makes you do anything. Sad and shame on you, because you screwed your family members over. So again, I benefit from his tax breaks. Me and my family, we benefit from that. But none of that mattered for me. I will never vote for a racist.
All right, Chocolate Buddha, what's up?
Well, I just want to add in there that, as usual, Rico is on point for the nation with that information. We do have a lot of people that are not of the same melanin as us that feel the same way we are, and they really riding hard for it. So for all those that feel like, the world is flipped over with Agent Orange and people that are proud to be pedophiles and all that crazy shit, look to your left and right and see who else is out there, because we're not alone. This media is trying to paint it like they got the whole thing on lock, and now we're being chased. But they got so many people on our side that's stepping out hard against this, that I think, my personal belief is that the wave is going to change in 2028, because some of those people that were stupid enough to vote for them found out that unless they're in that tax bracket that Rico's talking about higher, you don't matter either, and they're feeling the pain right now. So look up with the ones that's like-minded. Again, I feel personally that the color line is green.
Yeah.
It's not black, it's not brown, it's not yellow, it's green. There's some people, like Rico said, it's greedy for money, and they're like, we'll accept anything as long as we get in the break. But there's something about compassion and dignity and humanity. And I'll tie that into my Chocolate Buddha brand, because that's why Chocolate Buddha was created. It's not about just sitting passively. I will put them things on you, but respectfully. As long as you're not hurting mine, I'm not going to hurt you. And the people that's like-minded, I'm asking them to join in and stop feeling like you got to go with what the media says. I don't care what your color is or what your mammy and your pappy said. If you care about people, if you care about humanity, if you care about respect, and I'm talking to those military people out there that want to cry about how much they love the military, but they're following blindly this lost leader. Respect is something you have to have intestinal fortitude to do, and it takes courage to do that. And for all those that's willing to do that and step out, even if they feel like they got to be by themselves, you're not by yourself. And anybody that you see with the Chocolate Buddha logo on, you know they standing with you. So thank you for letting me share that.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. 7, what you got on that, man?
Don't kill nobody.
I find this to be it's hilarious because people do not move with intelligence. People don't live with intelligence, and people don't breathe with intelligence, because the reason why these dudes are changing these laws like this to fuck with these young girls is if you pay attention to the government, the majority of these motherfuckers are Jews. In their religion, it states that they can fuck with young ass girls like that. You know what I mean? Little babies, they can fuck with little babies, but they know that if they can't make no law, they can fuck with little babies. So what they do is they dance around these things, right? Like the Epstein files. Where is that at? A lot of them niggas is Jews. They not letting that shit get out. Why? Because motherfucking everybody in that motherfucker is them niggas from Hollywood and the government. They not letting that shit slide. So when you starting to look at them fucking with them little girls, you also have to think about stuff like this. A lot of people don't think about this, right? Drake, right? That whole shit that came out about him fucking with them little girls. He's a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
People are not tying these things together, so they're not understanding that in the Jewish religion, if you research, you'll find out that they fuck with little kids. This is one of the things they can do. You know what I mean? Just like they feel like everybody who's not a Jew is something called a goyim. A goyim is something that's below pigs, nigga. They can slaughter you. That's why they be telling motherfuckers, all the kids that go missing, we sacrifice them. We put them motherfuckers in hamburger and sausages, and they grind the bodies up. Motherfuckers, we eating them. They'll tell you this type of shit, but motherfuckers don't pay no attention. Now, when it comes to motherfucking Trump and people voting for him, I know my man Orby in the military, man, but everybody in the military.
Oh man!
Oh, damn.
We got him.
Did he freeze?
That was the government attacking you, bro. But come on back. We have
Hey, while he's frozen, I was going to speak on what I think they don't want elections. They want to do away with all the elections, because if you remember a few times when Trump was campaigning last year, he said, just vote this time and you will never have to vote again.
Yep.
So that's exactly what they're trying to do with all of this redistricting and things like that. To be perfect, I believe that by the time we get to 2028, if something is not done in 2026 in the midterms, that there's not going to be another election, because ultimately that's what they want. This is their last chance to make sure that white men stay in power in this country forever, because they already know they have a negative birth rate. As early as 2017, white people were 11.7% of the world's population. Today, they are 6.7% of the world's population. They are dying fast. Their men are becoming infertile at early ages, like in their 30s. That's why the vice president was talking about we need to have more white babies. And they're stopping the abortions and things because they want more white babies, because by 2040, white people will be a minority in this country. And if they don't do something about it right now, which is what's going on right now, they are terrified of what will happen to them because of everything they have done around the world. So
Damn.
that is what's going on right now. All of this is out of fear. What's going on with them is called genetic annihilation. They're literally being fucked into extinction. Anytime one of those people has a child with another race, the child always looks like the other race because white people have what's called a recessive gene. We, as the melanated people, we have a dominant gene. So whoever we mate with, the child gonna come out looking like us or with more melanin in their skin. So they are terrified that they're gonna be put in slavery. They're gonna be tortured. Their ass is gonna be whooped. This is why they don't care about what's going on. And people need to wake up and realize life as you know it is over for now. And it's time to fight for what you want.
Yeah, that's what's up. Let's go back to 7 and let him finish 7. I was gonna send you some bandwidth, but you just popped back in. So
I don't know what's up with my computer, bro. It's just been
my shit been doing that too, man. But go ahead if you remember where you were. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was gonna say I know my man Ori, man. He ex-military, but the thing that sets him aside is he actually has a mind and a soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that's in the military, they're just drones. You know what I mean? So they just gonna follow, and people really do not be thinking. So when it comes to the government, right? A lot of the people in the military gonna go with what the fuck they told and not what they feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though their family is on the other end of it. So when you're looking at people that's voting and doing all that shit like that, right? People still not seeing that within the last 20 years, or even if that, they've really been showing us their true hand, right? I've seen a lot of people within the last few elections, right? They start saying, "Oh man, I have to vote for the lesser evil." But when did the world become like this? Like people don't think about that type of shit. Why do you have to vote for a lesser evil? Why not say fuck the system and let us build on a system of our own? Because we're really the people are supposed to be running this shit, not the government. We really could overthrow the government anytime we want. But instead, we study letting these motherfuckers make all these dumbass laws and do all this other type of shit, right? And it's really fucking us over. People aren't thinking that they have the power. They have the power anymore, and we really do have the power. This is not even about killing. This is just about us understanding what we have as a whole. You know what I mean? People don't want to work together, and that's really where we fucked up at, though. So we really could overthrow all this shit as one if we moved as one. But America has this illusion of being one where we're so separated. You know what I'm saying? You got the Mexicans over here, white people over here, blacks over here, not even knowing the white people, they so low in numbers, they telling everybody who got pale skin that they white. When like 60 years ago, nigga, Italians wasn't white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ginger people from Ireland, them niggas wasn't classified as white. Like we don't understand that these white people are pulling shit together. We have to move as one, but we also have to understand our enemy because everybody is really being brainwashed. The government is really against everybody. It's really not even blacks against whites. It's really us against the government, right? Mm-hmm. But it's so much bullshit being pushed in our way through like television and the internet and all this shit, right? People are not seeing past what the brainwashing is because we as a culture think that we're past brainwashing. But if you pay attention to these last few elections, motherfuckers is nowhere near away from brainwashing. We may keep getting brainwashed.
Yeah. It's go ahead.
I was gonna say, Chocolate Buddha, I saw you kind of smile when he said about overtaking, but I'm gonna come back to you on that. But let me ask you guys this because Rico said something. I gotta bring this up again. I hadn't researched it, but you saying that the Republican Party is talking about changing the age to 14
for consent for sex.
For consent. So my thing is asking you, what do you say to the MAGA supporter out there that's diehard Trump? I mean, that just can suck Trump dick from the back, and love every bit of it. Yeah. What do you say to that damn MAGA supporter that has a 14-year-old daughter that's probably gonna be out there on a plane with what was that Gates' name? I forgot that Gates. It was something Gates in the Senate or the House that was talking about trafficking young girls too, or just over at Epstein house. What do you say to that MAGA supporter that, hey, your daughter can be over there and this is who you support, this is who you have your faith in and believe in, What do you say to a guy like that is going to pretty much just auction his daughter off to be fucked and rammed through by all these guys that want to drop the age down to 14?
When is enough enough? Like, when is it enough that you're going to open your eyes and realize that that hate you have or being racist, they don't care about you. If you're not a rich person, they don't care about you. It's the rich versus the poor. That's what this is about. Because Wizzo is right. Because you're going to have a 40-year-old man that's going to come on to your daughter and you're not going to like it. And you're going to realize that your vote was the reason behind that, because the man you voted for is okay with that. He's a part of the Epstein files. I saw the videos with him and Epstein looking at these little girls who looked like they were in elementary school, and those 3 little girls looked terrified. They were holding on to one another while him and Epstein stand there and talk about them. And you could see it in their eyes. They were scared. So when is enough enough? Because you think they're going to stop at 14? Oh, no, that's just the beginning. They want younger, because like Seven said, they want to mess with little children, little kids, boys and girls. So when is enough for you people to wake up and realize that that hate that you have for people that look like me or anyone that doesn't look like you, it's moot at this point, because none of it matters. They're coming for you. They're coming for your family. They're coming for your son and your daughter. So wake the hell up and join the fight so that we can defeat these people and put them back where they belong.
All right. Let's. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
No, I just want to say something to that too. Hey man, listen, man. I don't think people realize, right? Them lowering that age to 14, them motherfucking politicians already fucking with young girls anyway. And then and the type of people like Trump supporters and shit like that be into the government shit wholeheartedly. They love whoever running for president. Nigga, they will sacrifice their kids to them niggas. Them the type of people who will bring their motherfucking young daughters to a Trump rally and introduce them to a motherfucker. This is my young daughter. Take her, like, man, let them go backstage with her, all type of shit. Them niggas do that kind of shit. I think people forget about that shit.
I didn't know that.
About that. You don't be saying they be, bro, motherfuckers be bringing their kids to these niggas, man. Just for a chance, like, he touched my daughter. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, them niggas be brainwashed on that kind of shit. Just like them people were talking about Michael Jackson back in the day. So talking about Michael Jackson was touching their kids. Nigga, you already knew they said Michael Jackson was touching kids, and you took your kids to where this nigga was at. Not saying that Michael Jackson did anything like that. I'm just saying motherfuckers be ready to offer their kids up, just like women was taking their daughters to R. Kelly. Motherfuckers be willing to offer their kids up just for a shot at the spotlight. Is weird.
Hey, you know that he. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I need to get Chocolate Buddha, but before Chocolate Buddha go, I'm gonna say to the viewers that's watching now, whether you catching the live or you catch the replay, hey, we appreciate your support. You like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or strolling across the bottom of the screen. We're talking barbershop talk. You never know where the conversation going to go. So get your popcorn, sit on down, because everybody's coming up with a topic. And I guarantee you, if you walk off to go take a piss or take a shit, you're going to miss some very important fire conversation that you're going to be like, damn. But the good thing about it is you can always subscribe and catch the replay. Chocolate Buddha, what you got?
So I wanted to come back to what we were talking about when you caught my nonverbal smiling about overtaking the government.
Right.
The one thing, Seven and I go back and forth, but he's absolutely right. You need to know your opponent. You need to understand your opponent. And because I got 20 years in the military, and because I consider myself an all-American government soldier employee, I know that the one thing that they want out of everything is for you to try to overtake. They want the fight. They want the blood. Now, I'll tell you what they don't want, and I got proof behind this. Is my opinion, but my proof behind what they don't want is for smart people like us to integrate the system. This is why they brought DEI up. It wasn't because they don't like black people. They brought DEI up because too many of us was up in there to be able to influence change in the government. Yep. The reason why we have this whole push of MAGA, and I'm not going to say majority, because just because they talk loud don't mean they're the majority. The whole reason we got this whole MAGA movement and the push in the system is because they saw if we let them get into the system, we can't fight. We can fight them on the outside. We can meet them on the streets. We can meet them in the neighborhood. We can meet them in their church. But if they're inside making rules and regulations, if they're inside to be able to have enough numbers to not let us be the majority, that's the fear that they have. The other thing I want to say is, and again, anybody that pays attention to Wizzo Talk, they've probably seen me and Seven throw some damn blows about pro and anti-government, but you always see us come together at the end. And one of the things, and Seven, correct me if I'm wrong, we always talk about mistrust in the media. Don't believe everything you see in the media. And I want to touch on the Jews. Right now, the stuff that's going on in Palestine, the stuff that's going on in the United States looks Jew heavy, but I caution you to say just Jews, because today in Israel, they have a media blackout. There are people that's being beat, being put in jail because they're talking against their government for what's going on in Palestine. Mm-hmm. They don't want that to come out. Every once in a while, if you watch it, this is why they got rid of PBS and NPR. You will see that not everybody's for this bullshit. They're actually saying no, but that goes against their narrative. What Agent Orange and his team of Green wants everybody to believe is that, hey, everybody wants this. This is why we're moving forward. And all of y'all that don't like this, y'all the minority. It's so far
You're not
sick. We are the majority. And just like Seven said, and Rico, you said it too. It's time for us to stop sitting back and staying in these silos saying, oh, I'm indigenous. Oh, I'm white. Oh, I'm black. Oh, I'm Chinese. To say, no, we want what's right. The government is ours. It's not theirs.
Exactly.
This is why they don't want people voting. This is why they want to try to keep it Republican and Democrat strong. Because as long as they do that, they can fool us to believe that it's their government. Just like I tell people that say the United States doesn't want us here. No, it's motherfuckers in the United States that wants the United States for themselves. Because if you look at the bill of sale for the United States, it was paid by us. It was paid by us. And I challenge anybody all the way to the damn flag. Yeah, they say Betsy Ross, but who worked for Betsy Ross? So with that being said, we're not trying to run from a country that's not ours. They're trying to push us out of something that they know wasn't theirs in the first place. So if we really want to engage the enemy to win, we got to be willing to say this is ours and not try to look for some other utopia. This is our place right here.
Yes, it actually states in the Constitution. I don't know the exact words, but it says if the government is not for the people, you have a right as the people to overthrow the government, to fight them or do whatever you say. It actually says that in the Constitution. So right now, I want to talk to the military people because I retired from the military as well. Soldiers, airmen, seamen, and Marines, Coast Guard, all of you.
Space Force.
Yeah.
There's going to come a time you're going to have to make a moral decision. You can either choose to fight these people's war and die for them, or you can do what's right. You should start right now getting people together. They can't lock all of y'all up. They can't court-martial all of you to put you in jail for failure to follow your orders or to missing movement. I'm getting further away. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. But they can't put all of y'all. They can't lock all of you up. You don't have to fight. I done over 20 years as well in the Army. You don't have to fight. You can decline some orders. Yes, something going to come with it. But like I say, they can't lock all of you up. They cannot prosecute all of you. The most thing they'll do is put you out. Then who's going to fight? Right. Who's going to fight for them? No one. Go save your family. If you have to get out, get ready to fight for your family. If you want to die for something that's important to you, because what they're doing right now does not benefit you in any way. You're putting your life on the line for people who could give a damn about you, who think less than you. Trump actually said that, what's his name? McCain, the guy who died, that he was a loser because he was a POW. Yeah. He could care less about military people. If you're not rich, especially richer than him, he don't give a damn about you. Yeah. And it's not about black versus white, Spanish, Indian, Asian. It's rich versus poor. When are you going to wake up, people, and realize if we do not come together to fight this fight together, we won't be able to fight here in the near future.
Already. Let me
Now,
see what Sip. Oh, go. Yo, go ahead.
Want to give a little pushback on that because we're both veterans. We did 20 years, but we kind of see things a little differently. And what I want to tell the people that's out there in uniform that's still in, number one, and Rico, you know this as well as I do, you do what your rank can handle.
Yes.
That's number one. But number two, don't forget, not everybody is on board with what's going on at the top administration. And the way you fight it is not just to get out, because there's a lot of families that's barely holding on. That government paycheck is what's keeping them surviving. You don't have to give up that check, but you can be smart with it. And what you do, and again, Rico, if I'm saying something that you don't believe is right, correct me, brother. But
Okay.
what you can do is know that regulation. Anytime somebody comes to you on something, and maybe this is the reason why I retired at E7, but I went in 10 toes up and left the same way, is if somebody told me something that I knew was against the regulation, that I knew was wrong, I would go to that regulation and I would say, hey, can't do it because of this. Yeah. And they would get upset. Some of them even had the nerves to say, well, I'm going to write you up. Then write me up because I'm going to rebuttal it. And again, knowing the regulations, they know if they write me up and I rebuttal that, they're looking stupid because they didn't go by the regulation. So I'm going to say this to the people that serve, especially ones that I'm working hard to protect right now. Don't you get your ass out of the military and get on welfare and stuff. Stay in and make them give you that paycheck. Stay in and make them do their damn job. Because again, like these people up there that's trying to fool us that the government is theirs and not ours, there's rules and regulations to follow. And Agent Orange is trying hard to change the Constitution. Just can't do that. Why? Because we got rules and regulations that stop that. We need to force that on them. Of course, we need to be ready to stand firm and arm ourselves if we have to be. But there's rules of engagement to this. And the first part of that rules of engagement is knowledge. Knowing that regulation, knowing what they can and cannot do. Force them to do their job.
Hey, you are exactly right.
What's up, big bro?
Chocolate Buddha. I'm a prime example of that. I made staff sergeant at 6.5 years. I was in Afghanistan, right? And they was trying to, I'm the platoon sergeant. We go on mission, we the security force and all that, right? And I declined some orders and I told them we not doing that, right? And they tried to tell me, well, sometimes you can't do what's best for your soldiers. And I started spitting the regs and things like that at them. They wanted us to he was trying to send us on training missions in Afghanistan. And I told them, if you do that and someone gets killed, I'm going to report you. My sergeant major and my first sergeant told me, a staff sergeant, I was about at 7.5 years at this point. He told me, you will never, both of them said, you will never make sergeant first class. And I never did.
Hey, Rico.
Right. I never did.
I don't want to make this about us, Wizzo, but I'm glad Rico brought this up because this is what veterans need to hear. I made E7 in 11. I pinned on E7 in 11 years. I had the same situation. I did put my hands on some people, but that's neither here nor there. I had sergeant majors tell me, you will never be sergeant major.
Yeah, they'll do that when you.
The reason why
let him finish, Rico. Yeah.
They play the game against us, but this is where I ask soldiers, leaders, to be leaders. It's your intestinal fortitude. I could have been quiet. I could have shut up and let them harm all kind of soldiers and retired as an E9, which is a nice retirement pay. But I took my stripes serious, just like Rico did. And before I just roll over and say, yeah, do what you want to my soldiers, it's going to be hell to pay because I know the reg and I'm going to stand up in front of anybody, even if you got a court martial. That'd be another story that we'll talk about. But we have to be able to stand firm as leaders. If you're in a leadership position, even all the way up to Agent Orange, somebody has to have accountability. And that's what I'm saying, Rico. And I think we agree on this and turn it back over to Wizzo that people in the military, your job is not to kiss the ass of the person over you. Your job is to lead soldiers, the accomplishment of the mission and the welfare of the soldiers, period. And I yield to Wizzo.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. All right, so guys, I want to just switch gears just a little bit and just to say I'm gonna touch on two things, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna come back to the military, but I'm gonna come to 7 after this. But I watched a video. I don't know if it was TikTok or YouTube, and it was Farrakhan, and he talked about how we spend black people, melanated, people of color, whichever however you want to say it, us spend over like $1 trillion. And what he talked about, what we don't have is we don't have unity. He talked about that, and I don't remember all of it, but that just kind of came up into my mind about unity. And we've talked about unity among us on Wizzo Talk several times, just to put that out there. And then I've talked with, I've had a guy on the podcast before and another guy that talked about, that wasn't on the podcast, talking about how the job of the president is a hard job. But my thing about this is you got to have some type of fucking common sense. And this one that's in the office right now, he don't have shit. Idiot. So, but that I just wanted to spit that out there right there for a quick note. But then let me come to this right here, because you guys was talking about military. This wasn't even one of my points, but I just wanted to ask. Now, Chocolate Buddha, I know how you feel about the military. I know where you stand, but I don't want to go back to the young Chocolate Buddha or Rico that just got in the military. I don't want that guy. I don't want you. Stay your ass out the way. What I want now is the guy that's right here today that has the knowledge, that knows what the government really does for us, or what the government don't do for us. How this country really feels about people of color. That's who I want right now. And I just want to know, knowing what you know now, what would you say to a younger you, not a younger you, but to you now, but at the age, but having the knowledge is what I'm saying. Yeah, gotcha. Because I know we too old going now. Mm-hmm. Knowing what you know now, would you enlist in the military? And then I'm gonna come to 7, and I'm gonna ask him, because he hasn't been in the military, would you let your kids, knowing what you know now about this country, would you let your kids enlist in the military? So first I'm gonna go to Chocolate Buddha and see what you say. We talk about you now with the knowledge that you have.
All right, don't beat me up, Rico, because I'm about to say some things that you're gonna be like, oh hell no.
But no. I probably agree with you.
We're talking about me right now. And honestly, what we're talking about is not just an assumption of what I do. It's actually what I'm doing right now. I would tell every kid, black, brown, poor, white, Asian, indigenous, from what I know right now, they should swarm the military. They should go into the military, sign up, get those benefits, become veterans. They don't have to stay 20 years like I did, but come in, get those benefits, document every fall, every trip, every headache, every time something fell on their damn head, get out and get their 100% disability. That's what I would tell them. And the reason I would tell them is this. When I came in, I'm just going back to Little Orbit just for a little bit.
Okay.
I was brainwashed into thinking all I needed to do is be able to fight and die for my country, and they'll just take care of me. And it took me forever to get my 100%. Some of these kids now, one of my nephews, went in 4 years, still got all their joints working. They had a lot of shit that they had to deal with. They got 100% disability for life. Now, just imagine if we can have all our young black, brown, Asian, indigenous, poor white kids get in the military with that knowledge and get out and get their 100%. That'll change demographics overnight, because the problem is not color. The problem is the caste system. I don't care what anybody says. America has a caste system. You either up here where Trump is taking care of you, or you the people down here where it doesn't matter, no matter what they tell you your color is. So I would tell every last one, go to them, go right out of high school, because they're going to pay for your college too. Make them give you all the benefits, and when you get out, don't fall for that. Oh, you're crying, you're not tough, you hood. Yeah, I'm not. I need you to mark that down. Give me my 8%, give me my 50%, give me my 20%, and now I'm getting probably like $5,000 or $6,000 tax free for the rest of my fucking life.
Benefits. All right,
Hey,
Rico, what's up?
I will say everything Chocolate Buddha said, I agree with and I concur. Because one of the things I tell the kids these days, I said, go do 3-4 years, get out. Make sure you go to the doctor for anything that's wrong with you, and at least go 3 times so that makes it chronic. And you're going to get paid, and you could get some of the same money I get, except a retirement check. He said everything that I was going to say. And even the retirement system is different from now, because these kids join now, they go, and if you stay 20 years and you retire, you can't get your actual retirement money till you 55. So you go get you a free education, get your 100% when you get out. And I was lucky. I had my first E5, Sergeant Huffine, a little chubby white guy, but he was cool. He said, Private Hewlett, if something is wrong with you, go to the doctor for it and go 3 times. He said, don't worry about what they calling you, a sick call ranger or saying this, you go. And I stuck to that and I got out. And Arby, I did not have, I got my 100% permanent and total the first time through because of that guy. I went to the doctor for everything. I'm set with all that. Look, I get 3 checks every month from the government, 2 of them tax-free. So,
all right,
I would say the same thing. Go do your time, set your family, your kids up for life. If you're in the state of Texas, you get 100%. Your children can go to school, to any school in the state of Texas for free under the Hazelwood Act, and they get $1,500 a month for free, so they don't have to work and they can focus on only their school. All of my kids have been to college. Most of them got degrees because it was free and they got paid to go. So it benefits you to go, but don't stay 20 years. Do your 4, grind for them 4 years, get out, get your money, and set your family up for life. I concur with everything he said.
All right, Seven, what's up with that, Seven? What is your thought with it about not being in the military? What would you tell your
Yeah,
Hey, man, I just want to start by saying that, man, I love all y'all, man. Like brothers and fathers, man. It saddens me to hear this shit y'all talking about, though. Y'all talking about motherfucking getting this. You know how many motherfuckers out here from the military that got their leg blown off is homeless? Come on, man. These niggas. But this shit not all this cracked up to be. And y'all out here selling these tickets to these young kids to go fucking sacrifice their life. These niggas on the brink of World War III, which ain't gonna be like no other war ever, right?
Yeah.
And y'all tell these niggas to go sign up to fight for the same niggas who try to destroy them that they don't even realize. School is cool, man, until you realize that you're being indoctrinated by your enemies. You're not even learning nothing for real. You can get a degree, right, and never get a fucking job. That's a thing.
That's true.
All this shit ain't beautiful like y'all painting it to be, man.
Well, it
Fuck
is
the
for
military. Fuck the government. It's to a point. And listen, man, it's to a point where this, man. A lot of people out here in the military is scared to motherfucker do the right thing because of those checks. Because, like my man said, their family is dependent on them checks, right? But if we was all a real fucking community and we took care of each other back home, right, you wouldn't even have to worry about that shit. A check. If neighbors took care of neighbors like we supposed to, it wouldn't even be a thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers don't care about each other. So now we got a motherfucking depend on the enemy to give us something, and then we can't fight back. A lot of these niggas scared to fight back because they don't want a motherfucker deal with the repercussions. A lot of the times you hear people talk about going to the military and they be like, "Oh man, I get to go to school for free. I get to travel for free." That's what you leaning on. The opposite side is you got to kill innocent people sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen a video of a guy. He was talking about he was a Marine and he had to go on a hit. So he went and he motherfucking killed this guy. He said he was in the room. The guy tried to pull out a gun. He shot him and killed him. And then he killed the lady that was in the room with him because he had to. So then he was like, "Why did I kill this guy? It wasn't because he pulled a gun on me. It's because somebody else told me to go kill this guy." He said, "If I would have met this guy in France over a cup of coffee, would we have been friends? Would we liked each other? Like, would we talked about sports and laugh?" A lot of people don't think like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here just following blindly for what?
Right.
For trinkets, nigga. That's what people don't get. These little tiny ass trinkets you get, you traveling and all that shit, nigga. You could travel for free if the government didn't make you have a passport, nigga. You wouldn't be a slave to this land. You a slave with a passport. They telling you where you can't go. You born on this planet free. You should be able to travel everywhere. There should be no limitations. This is the reality of what we should be living, right? So a lot of that other shit is just, this is a nightmare we living in. People don't get it. So
It's
would I tell my kids to go to the military? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? The only good thing I feel about the military is they give you weapons training, and you should be able to get that any goddamn way. This is America. You could go online if you got the right type of mind. Anything the military gonna teach you, you can already learn offline for free. But people don't think like that. You want to get money. Money brainwashes people. Money has no value but what you give it. And if you selling your soul for that shit, you gonna end up ass out. Just because you think you got a house and you getting tax-free money, that don't mean anything. Nigga, what's your soul feeling like? You could be empty as fuck on the inside.
Right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make one more round because I know y'all have some comments on that right there. So we're gonna come around and we're gonna do some comments, and then I got another thing that I want to throw out there to everybody and just kind of change it up just a little bit. So Chocolate Buddha, come on with it.
All right. I said I wasn't gonna go too far into my past, but I gotta lay the content about what I'm gonna talk about. First of all, I didn't join the military for money or college. I actually joined because I didn't want to go to college. I didn't understand school. I joined the Army to do two things: kill people legally or die for my country. I'm just being brutally honest. That's how I felt. That's why I was jumping out of planes, helicopters, and all that shit. But let me tell you about the inside of the military that people on the outside might not know. First is this thing called trauma bonding. Everybody that joins the military, they go through the same shit that we can't unshake, but it makes us locked for life. So anytime we see veterans, and Rico, again, you're a veteran, you know it, and if I'm saying something, correct me on it. We instantly lock up with them. We're going to take care of them. Matter of fact, we're so indoctrinated in helping people that most military people, if they see somebody on the side of the road pushing a car, they're not going to think. They're going to get out. They're going to help. I know that because that's what I do. Yeah. When we see other military people and we know that they were in the military, we're going to open our doors to them. We're going to take care of their kids. We're going to put some money in their pocket because we're trauma bonded for life being veterans. And this is something that civilians will never understand unless they're in. Now, when we talk about following blindly, that's a misconception. Rico did not become an E7 or Sergeant Major because he never followed blindly. I stopped at E7 because I wouldn't follow blindly. And there's a lot of people in the military, I would say the majority, that when it comes to taking care of people, they're going to motherfucking turn their back to what leadership said. No, we're going to take care of this motherfucker. Hey, you just had a kid. I know they said they want you here in formation. You go take care of the kid. I'm going to take the hit for that. There's leaders like me and Rico that exist that we don't give a shit what's coming down. The rubber stops with us, and we're going to take care of our troops, and we put our life on it. And when we do that, we have troops. To this day, I've been retired since 2008. I got people right now that's ready to give their life for whatever I'm fighting for because we're trauma bonded. We locked like this. So when it comes to the military, I understand how you see it because you haven't been in there. But for people that has experienced the trauma of bad leadership and what good leadership looks like, they'll tell you in a heartbeat. It's different in the military. And since I've been out, the hardest thing for me has been trying to acclimate to the civilian world, because in the civilian world, people really don't give a shit about each other. And Wizzo, you saw me in Iraq when I came over there and we were working together. Our team was a lot different because I ran it like the military. Yeah. Some of them other cats in KBR, they were off the hook because they were pure civilians.
Yeah.
All right. For me, and lastly, for me, when I joined the military, I joined because I had 5 children. And I had recently been to child support court and they put me in jail. And when the judge let me out, I didn't stay the 6 months he said. I was only in there 4 hours. They came back and got me after 4 hours. And he said, if I let you out, are you going to pay? I said, I will never miss another payment again. maybe 2 weeks to a month later, I got a quick ship bonus because I was gone. I done my research. How can I get medical, dental, pay? And I joined. I was single, and they was gonna pay half my child support and keep me out of jail. That is the reason I joined. I stayed because it was easy. Like the hardest thing you had to do, the only thing you know you're gonna do every day is PT. I mean, you're off a lot. You get 4 days off for every holiday. Yeah, my first almost 8 years, I never deployed. So it was easy. Man, I mean, yes, deployments are dangerous. I mean, but hell, you could get killed walking down the road.
Yeah.
So people have different reasons for joining, and there are definitely more NCOs like us because our first priority is our soldiers. We take care of them because that's who's gonna take care of us.
Yep.
You don't want to not take care of your soldiers and then you get to war and expect them to have your back. It doesn't work that way. Because like he said, I have people, soldiers to this day tell me, man, we hated to see you leave. You was our reason to get up when we're in the field, when we deployed. You were my best NCO. Thank you for this, this, and this. So there's a lot more NCOs like us than not. I'm not knocking what Seven is saying because that's how he feels. But
Right.
we join for different reasons. But at the same time, it is a good thing, and you can, especially if you have a family, it makes it easier. Yeah, it's a little dangerous if there's a war going on, but hey, it's dangerous every day in this world today.
Right. All right. So what we're gonna do, guys?
I got your 6, and you know that
already. All right. So I'm gonna come to 7, but before I go to 7, I'm gonna just say, for as me personally, knowing and listening to everything that you guys have said and the guys that you've talked about, I personally would not want my son or daughter to go. However, if that was their choice to go, then hey, who am I to say that? I just wind up supporting them. But if they was to ask me, Daddy, what you think, I would tell them, knowing what I know now, even though they're not, I don't even know, they're in their mid-20s, so I don't know if that's too late or what, I don't know. But I would tell them, if they were to ask me now, I would tell them what I know from listening to you guys and listening to Seven about what I know now that they may not know. Because Chocolate Buddha, you talked about before, and I can't really recall, but you said something about knowing, if you'd have known or had a recruiter to tell you to be an officer or be this or be that or some shit like that, I can't remember, you'd have done that route instead of doing the other route or something to that effect.
No, you're absolutely right. And what we were talking about was if I would have changed anything. And this is where intelligence comes in, because I agree with you. If you have something else for your kids to do besides the military, I'm all in for them not joining the military, because it is a different life. You are going to be forever changed. But like when I was recruited, I'm talking to kids that's on welfare like me, living in trailer with the lights out. I wasn't in the trailer, but I was in a place with no light. Hungry all the fucking time. Can't get a job. Can't even think about school. Why sit out here hoping something's going to fall in your lap? Here's the skinny. You are not going to the NBA. You are not going to the NFL, because if you were, you would already be fast tracking on that through high school and stuff. So what are you left with? You can work at McDonald's and try to become a manager. You could probably go to school, and I'm not knocking that, but you got a free paycheck waiting for you with benefits right now. So the choice is yours. And everybody that I put in, majority of them come from my background. They went in because I was able to lay out the line. And again, I'm not forcing anybody, but the knowledge is power. And back to what you said, Wizzo, about me, I went in as a dumb hothead, and I didn't give a shit. But if I would have listened to that white ROTC officer that said, Baker, you could do so much more. You got leadership potential. Go to college and become an officer. My retirement paycheck could be nice right now. If I would have listened to the people when I was in the Army that said, hey, Baker, you love this military, but you're not going to be in forever. You should try to go green to gold. I would be better. But the reason I wasn't was because ignorance.
Right.
All I wanted to do was be the highest PT score, able to kick anybody's ass, ready to go to war at a moment's notice. That was me. If I would have had some sense like Rico, where he said, hey, I got in for the benefits and the money, again, it would have been different. But with all that being said, where I am right now, I still think it's a great option for our young kids, especially seeing so many kids out here dragging their parents down, using them or their grandparents. When you're fit, get your ass off the couch, go over there and learn how to march and do something with your life.
Right. That's what's up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come to 7 after I say this, and then Chocolate Buddha, I want to come to you because you had a talking point I believe that you want to bring up. Yeah. But I just like to say to the viewers out there watching right now, if you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or strolling right across the bottom of the screen. Hey, I appreciate your support. If you have any comments for the guests, hey, post them in the chat. We'll share them on the screen. And shit, I'm tripping because somebody then posted some comments right now that y'all, I didn't even have it on chat. My bad. Rice, I see you, man. I'm so sorry. I didn't even have the chat on, man. I just had it on something else. I don't know if he's gone now, but I appreciate you watching, Rice. And guys, so with that being said, that's just all on me. I was totally off into the conversation. So let me come to 7. And then after that, Chocolate Buddha, I'd like to see what your talking point's going to be. So with that being 7, you got any comments on anything that's been said?
Yes. Chocolate Buddha said that. I just started laughing to Rico, man. That nigga set me off on that shit, man. So Chocolate Buddha said that the military people are trained in such a way that they see a civilian on the side of the road, they will stop to help them, right? That is a fucking lie, because they probably, Chocolate Buddha or Rico probably would, because you all have a heart and a soul. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all niggas. We live next to the biggest military installment, or one of the biggest military installments in America. Do you know how many fucking cars the IC stopped on the side of the fucking road out here, and not none of these military niggas stopped to help no civilians? Niggas be out here struggling, dog. Them niggas be needing water. Niggas don't even stop to give them water. You know what I do? I pass them niggas right up. I don't give a fuck. Because I know if it was me, niggas will not stop. So I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I know goddamn well that's a lie. Them military people don't be giving no fuck. And them niggas like to drive fast as fuck. So I know they really not stopping. Niggas be on motorcycles and Hellcats.
Yeah.
7.
All type of shit.
I agree with him because I was traveling from Shreveport to home, and it was this old white man on side of the road here not too long back. And I knew he was racist because of the town I'm in. I'm from Texas, so I know. And I pulled over to help him. His coolant hose had came off. I put it back on there for him. He didn't even want my help. He had his hood up, and I was a mechanic in the military. So when he told me what was wrong, I went right. I started looking. I said, here, your coolant hose is off. I got my gloves, my tools. I keep my tools in my trunk. I put that shit back together real quick. By the time I finished, oh, man, it was a whole bunch of white men had pulled over there. So checking on him, seeing what I was doing with him. But I done it. That's why I agree. I do have a heart, and I will do that. So there are people out there that will do that.
Bro, y'all different, bro. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Y'all think different with a different level of compassion, which most black people do.
Yeah.
Secondly, I want to say the trauma bonding shit sounds like brainwashing. It sounds like niggas who got brainwashed link up together, and that's why they link up, because y'all was brainwashed and motherfucking training at the beginning. So that's the trauma bond. You think it's trauma, but really, y'all just been programmed to link up like this. I don't think people listen, man. The military be brainwashing niggas, man. Why do you think they cut all y'all hair at the same time, make y'all suffer at the beginning, training y'all? This is a level of brainwashing. So y'all niggas linking up together on the trauma bonding from the brainwashing, because y'all niggas know y'all all had to suffer. This is why y'all niggas link up, man.
Hold up, Rico.
Bro, listen. This is the same reason why crazy people link up, bro. Motherfuckers don't be realizing.
So we crazy?
No. What I'm saying, it's the same thing, though. You not crazy, but you've been brainwashed, and that is the trauma. They put you through the trauma in basic training. This is why people build those relationships and those close bonds of personal training. This is why y'all become more of a team, because y'all got to suffer together. But this leads to another point that I was trying to tell y'all before. The only way to become more powerful is to suffer. Y'all, like I've been trying to tell y'all, suffering leads to great things if you understand how to use it properly. The military understands that. Sometimes you gotta suffer to bring out your full potential. So when you think that y'all trauma bonded from the brainwashing and the suffering the military put y'all through. Y'all gonna have each other's back regardless. But I definitely understand what y'all saying. When you say you got to be a great leader for your team to have your back, that's absolutely true. That's within anything that you gonna be a leader in. Nigga not gonna have your back if you not gonna look out for them. But y'all also have to understand that y'all move with a different level of heart and compassion than any people. Y'all different from any other military motherfuckers I done met before. Except for my homeboy back home. He was a Marine. He was like y'all. He had a heart and a soul.
So
we got with a heart and hope. So, and I just want to throw this out, Wizzo. Rico was definitely not crazy. He was intelligent, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that because you're right, Seven. I'm certified. Volunteered to jump out of planes. Volunteered for everything I did. Went to the gas chamber 3 times just because. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. I'm not gonna walk away. Yeah, I'm crazy as a motherfucker.
That shit kind of fun, ain't it?
So,
that's the thing though. Intelligent and being intelligent and being crazy are so fucking close together. People don't know how to draw the line sometimes because you can meet a motherfucker and he's a genius, but to somebody else he might seem like he motherfucking a psychopath or some shit.
True.
So let me say this right here, and Rice, hey Rice, we appreciate you watching, man. Appreciate you hanging with us. We see your comments. Y'all know Rice has been on Wizzo Talk before. So let me just touch on this about the car stopped on side of the road or something like that. Now this was over in Fort Hood, Fort Cavazos. Was and clean. It's been changed back to Fort whatever now, Fort Hood, and it was on old 440. It was an elderly black lady that was stopped. Her car was stopped at the light. A shitload of traffic behind her, and no one helped her. She was in the car, just got her flashes on, people blowing and shit. One car went around her, and another car hit that car because they both went around her. And so about that time, I pull up, and I'm like, shit, that's an elderly black woman. That's the first thing caught my eye. So I pulled on over to the side of the road, and I pushed her car like a half a block. I told her pull it in neutral, and the light, hopefully wouldn't nobody run over my ass. And I pushed her, and it was a little embankment, so I was able to had a little momentum going and pushed her up off into the deal. And I was ready to really use my AAA to get her car towed to the house or something like that. She was probably about 70 years old. She said, I just left the shop and wasn't doing whatever. But I'm making a point. This is in Killeen, Fort Hood, or Fort Cavazos. And I know that it's a shitload of military guys coming there, and I've never been in. And so I'm like, man, why no one's helping this lady? So her and I talked for a moment. Long story short on that, she got back in there. She turned the ignition and the car started. She said, I'm going straight home right now, whatever. But it's so often that we see people of color on side of the road or stop in town and we just drive by them. You know, for whatever reason, I don't know. And I know it's a lot of soldiers that do it. It's a lot of civilians that does it. I was on my way to Killeen one time, and it was a guy on the service road, and he had a Mustang. I busted a U-turn and went way out the way, come back around. The only thing he needed was some tools, which I'm like Rico, I keep in my truck because us old motherfuckers, we do that shit. And he needed one of his spark plugs was loose or whatever, something, tighten that dang on up. He was out on his way. But we have to start being a little bit more helpful, and not just the military guys, but just, you know, us in general. When we see that brother or that sister over there, to stop to see if they need a jump, to stop as they see, hell, I got a gas can in my truck, I got a charger in my truck, I got a jump starter, I got all kind of little gadgets. But we have to start being more, you know, aware and a little bit more unity to help one another out. I'm with Seven when he says that Rico and Chocolate Buddha, you two would help. I myself would help. I believe Seven would help, but it takes more of us. And I'll say this before we pass it to Chocolate Buddha to see if he has a talking point. I was at a Walmart and my car wouldn't start. I was at the gas pump. I like this motherfucker. You know, you hate when you have car trouble. You just do, but you're going to have it. All of the black people that pulled off didn't fucking help me. 2 white boys helped me. Pushed my car over to the side and gave me a jump. It started right up. I don't know what had happened, but two white boys in some big ass truck gave me a push over to the side and got me going when all the people of color just drove right by my ass. We got to do better. Guys, I know we've been on that topic there for probably about an hour. We've been all over the place, but that's how I go in barbershop talk. We just all over the place. There's no certain topic. We agree, we disagree. But like Chocolate Buddha have said before, we have to have these conversations. We have to talk about this shit like this. And at the end, Chocolate Buddha got 7 back. No doubt about it, hands down. And we all have one another back. But we may disagree on some of the shit that we're talking about. But we will not let a motherfucker come up in there, especially of another color, and be handling us up like that, or a woman like that. It's not gonna happen. Those days are fucking over with. But with that being said, let me come to Chocolate Buddha, because Chocolate Buddha, we've been missing you, man. We haven't had you on in a long time. We know the way you work.
Frustrated. I couldn't get off work soon enough to get, because I was like, time change. Y'all say 6 and mean 5, and sometimes I don't get off till 6:30 my time, so it's 7:30. So, man, honor, a pleasure, and it just does my soul good to be able to have these conversations. Because, like I said before, when you started Barbershop Talk, these are the uncomfortable conversations that's going to bring us together as a people. And I don't just mean black people. I mean people in general, just like those 2 white guys that help you. They need to have conversations with us to talk about where that divide is so we can unify. And I just want to touch back on the military part of helping people versus civilians. I believe what I do was based off what I did before I joined the military. Because in Louisiana, Southern Louisiana, we see somebody that's on the side of the road, whether they broke down or they just taking a piss. We're going to roll down the window and say, hey, you all right? Yeah. And they're going to give us a wave and say, no, I'm having trouble. So I think it's more than just a military thing. It's just something that Rico and I have experienced in our 20 years. But even outside the military, especially down south, and we had a conversation about this on Wizzo Talk, South versus the North. Usually people are more kind and quicker to help than up north. Because Seven, you know, in Chicago, you're going to freeze to death. You're going to die. Yeah. Nobody's coming to help you. You better call somebody, get there quick, because that fear factor. So I'm going to leave that alone, because I know we've been talking on that, and you called me to talk about my topic. And my topic actually has to do with color and race. And I want to know if anybody has seen the Ralph Lauren documentary on Oak Bluff.
What was it called?
Oak Bluff. Ralph Lauren's documentary on Oak Bluff. And I'll give you a background about it. Oak Bluff is a black area in Martha's Vineyard that is known for black excellence. And they've been there forever. And this year, for 2025, he has a clothing line based off of them. And there's a person from HBCU that's in charge of that clothing line and stuff. So the reason I brought this up is because you know that I just started my Chocolate Buddha apparel, and next year I'm going to be doing my full push in April. So I got to do all this research and stuff. And I found out that there's some people that are upset because Ralph Lauren did this. So there's 2 parts to what I want to bring up, but that was the first one. Just see if anybody saw the documentary. It's on YouTube. It's only like 20 minutes.
Right.
So
yeah, I didn't see that. I just wrote that in my notes to
I haven't
get a chance to check it out, see what's up.
And Ralph Lauren's been doing stuff for the culture for a while, but because he's white, you know that there is a little resistance on that, and it leads me to the next thing. Do y'all know the clothing line Actively Black?
I've been seeing that. I'll save that off in my
if y'all
on my webpage.
I'm going to ask everybody to write down Actively Black and look that up. It's a clothing line at leisure wear started by a guy named Lanny Smith. He was an NBA star that got hurt as soon as he got in the NBA. Didn't know what he was going to do with his life. He started a clothing line. It was a religious clothing line. And he saw that there wasn't enough black representation. So he said, I'm just going to go out and do it Actively Black and let you know that I'm unapologetically black and I'm going to do things for the black community. So again, it's one of those things that If the media doesn't want you to know about it, you don't. So I want to put that information out. Now, how does this tie together, Ralph Lauren and Actively Black, Lanny Smith? Well, Lanny made a comment on the Ralph Lauren documentary, and it wasn't negative. He liked the documentary. He thought it was good that they were focusing on HBCUs. He thought it was great that they had somebody of color leading that's in charge of that. The issue that Lanny Smith of Actively Black had was that where Ralph Lauren has shirts for $150, jackets for $700, some of his clothing is $50, and it's quality. I have some of this stuff. I should have wore it tonight. Quality stuff, but there are people that get into his comments and say, hey, why is your stuff so expensive? I won't buy it because it's so expensive. And the question that I'm throwing out to y'all, because I have my own opinion on this, do you think Lanny Smith should have commented about the negativity that's coming to his clothing line, or should he have taken another route? That's the question.
Did he comment? What did he say?
He said that it's a shame that in the comments for his clothing line, people are coming after him saying that it's too expensive, where when he looked at Ralph Lauren's clothing line in the documentary and stuff, there was not one person complaining about how expensive his clothes are.
Now, let me say this. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to restate the question. Do you think Lanny Smith should have commented about what's going on with his clothing line, or could he have taken a different approach?
Right. Ralph Lauren is white, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not his real name, by the way, but
right. Yeah. My thing is free speech. Everybody can say whatever they want to say. You know, that's my thing on that. I think that the Active Black, if I said that right, I've been watching Actively Black. I've been watching that, and like I say, I've saved it in my browser. I will be supporting that and rocking some of that because I stand behind him 100%. And y'all know we've all supported one another and bought merch and everything from one another and stuff like that. I think that's and I may not even be answering your question. It's just kind of some of what I think, because sometimes we tend to question the black over here when this over here, this white is right or whatever, and not supporting one another. And it kind of goes back to some we've talked about on Wizzo Talk about the unity. Farrakhan didn't talk about the unity or whatever, and how, you know, we have trillions of dollars spent. And so I'll say this also. I've seen with my own eyes that small vendors, I use this for an example. Bobby Tunde in Killeen, Fort Hood, Coach Vasas or whatever, had a store, and people used to come in there complaining about his prices on his stuff was too high. Well, hell, he can't compete with, I just say 7-Eleven, Montgomery Wards, and all these other places like that, stuff like that. He's not a big top guy to do that like that and support them. So this small town guy over here, Actively Black, good quality, good merch, whatever, but he's not getting the support by some, I think, and I could be wrong, because of his skin color, because he's black. And I think we need to change that or whatever. And I'm just kind of blabbing on a little bit. I'm going to turn it over to Rico and then Seven. But that's just what I just wanted to say about that. He has free speech. He can say whatever he wants to. Either one of them can. But we need more support for that, for that brother and for his mission that he's on, because who you are, you wearing Nike, you wearing Ralph Lauren, you wearing Polo. You a while back, what was it? Feet, what's that red, white, and blue shit? I can't. Tommy Hilfiger used to be in. They used to be rocking that. Then some fell out when he said he didn't really make it for blacks or whatever. None of that shit is really made for us. Seven has said before. Why y'all, and Seven, you can quote me, I don't know, I might be wrong. Seven is in, man, why y'all rocking all them white folk shit? You know, especially when you have people of color that's making stuff like that too. Rock them and support them, but it's so much hate among us, or jealousy or whatever, to where we won't. But I'm gonna yield back and I'm gonna come to Rico, then hit Seven. But I definitely will be rocking some of that merch because I've got it saved in my browser and I already looked at the store. And not only that, Big Pokey turned me on to and I didn't know this was coming up. That's the thing about Barbershop Talk. You just don't know about. It's another guy that they selling black merch, toothpaste, toilet paper, a whole bunch of stuff. I got that saved in my browser. They say selling kits out and stuff like that, and I will be supporting them. But anyway, let me come to Rico 7, and then OB. We're gonna hit you back up, Chocolate Buddha, to see what your comment was. But Rico, go ahead.
Okay.
I totally believe that he should have commented because what he said was correct. That's his product, but on top of that, for whatever reason, we as a people, I believe, in my opinion, that because you're a black person saying that, you think you're supposed to get a deal, when at the same time you don't pose that same thing to these white brands, and then you're gonna leave him and go pay for something that's even higher from a white person. So that makes no sense to me. He had every right to say what he say. And for these people, like Seven would say, that's institutionalized in their mind that white is right, and it's not. Until we start supporting one another economically and keep our black dollar in the black community, they will never respect us. The black dollar stays in the black community for like 30 seconds. The Chinese dollar stays in the Chinese community for like months. That's all they only spend with their kind. So until we as a people start realizing that once we support our people and stop giving them our money, they'll never respect us. They'll never do anything for us, because the one thing that gets their attention is money. If you stop spending your money with them, they're going to ask why. That's what we have to do. So yes, he definitely should have said what he said. I don't believe he was saying it to be malicious or anything. He was just stating the obvious. You gonna go spend all this money over here? What is Ralph Lauren? I think Ralph Lauren, Polo, Tommy, Jabogs. I don't even know if that's still a thing, but I remember the prices of those clothing lines. Right. So he should have said it. We have to support one another, keep our dollar in the community. It may take a little longer to get it, but I eat black or a minority. If I can't find a black restaurant when I'm traveling, I support anyone that's my race. I do what I can, but we need more people like us to support one another, and then we can grow and we will have power, because money is empowerment. What you put your dollars at, that's empowerment. If you're not getting anything from them, why are you spending your money from them? Right. Give the money to your people. I promise you, they're going to support you in some kind of way. Whether they do something for the community, they won't do anything specifically for you, but it helps to keep our money in our community. Until we do that, we will never have any power or a leg to stand on.
Right. And before I go to 7, because we got 7 next, and since you said that Bobby Tunde and Colleen used to always say, to whom you give your money is whom you give your power. And one other quote, since you mentioned it, it kind of come to my mind, and we're going to hit 7 and we're going to hit Chocolate Buddha. Another thing that Farrakhan was saying, and I'm just quoting because it came across TikTok or Facebook or something like that, and I pretty much agree with him. He's saying if people of color or black people don't have any money, why are the Chinese in Filipino, whoever in the black community with the hair stores, whatever? Why are the Mexicans over here in the black community? Why are this over here in the black? Why is this and that? Why is that over there and that? Why is the Arabs? Because they know we got that money. And I just wanted to throw that out because that came up. I made a note, but I need to go to 7. And then we need to hit up Chocolate Buddha for his other comment on everything that's been said. Go ahead, 7.
Well, my opinion about this whole thing, man, I feel that people are willing to pay white people more for what they create because they feel that these white brands or labels are attached to quality. If people truly understood anything about our people believe in quality over everything, because we like to shop for quality. So a lot of the times our people buy these white people brands, we buying it because we think it is a better leather. We buying it because we think it's better silk or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
But let's say we go back in time to Black Wall Street, bro. You couldn't find better products any other place, man. They had the top quality everything though, and they burned that shit down to the ground. So when you really look at that type of stuff, black people are quality. A lot of the times when people look at our people, they think that we're going to get some cheap shit, right? So they think that they can haggle us down. not realizing that if we want to buy better quality, we gonna get what we want. You know what I'm saying? We gonna either match or surpass the names of these brands. Also, another thing that I think people need to think of, and I really want to toss this over to Chocolate Buddha when I say this too, though, because I do it. But when we really look at the word brand, right? What is that? What is that really saying? Like, did they not brand our ancestors? We need to step away from these word brand and step into the word movement. When I look at After Real Truth, I look at it as more of a movement. When I see the Chocolate Buddha, especially how you were just speaking on it earlier, you know what I'm saying? When you were saying that people who rock the Chocolate Buddha have a certain type of heart, a certain type of instinct, a certain type of mentality. This is not a brand. This is a movement. You know what I'm saying? As to where you said, even if you see somebody out there in the world and they got the Chocolate Buddha brand, know that they think and feel a certain type of way and they'd be willing to help each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a movement. We need to step away from the whole brand thing because these brands really are brainwashed. And you would think a lot more people will be a lot more intelligent, especially after this whole like, I don't even know how to put it, man. This whole thing where it's like China came out and said these niggas is buying all they shit for the low.
Hey, Rice talking about it right now.
And they marking that shit up.
Yeah.
People need to be more intelligent. You looking at that shit and you like, damn. But these niggas are still willing to go out here and spend $4,000 on a bag when the Chinese nigga said, man, come over here, we'll sell it to you for $800. This is what they buying it for. They put the fucking links out. So we really need to be more intelligent when it comes to our purchasing power because there's more money in the black community than any other community, which goes to what Wizzo was saying. These niggas wouldn't be bringing their businesses into our communities if we didn't have the money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Black people need to stop buying Jordans and all these other Nike shoes, right? And think about actually investing into the Nike company.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you like motherfucking 10 to 50 cents off every goddamn Nike shoe sold, people don't think about this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they really should because that's how we're going to keep that money circling into our communities as well as putting it out there in the world. Like they getting all this money, we're not getting nothing back, but we spending $200 on a pair of gym shoes is crazy to me.
Ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? But then we get somebody like Chocolate Buddha and he coming over and he trying to sell a hoodie for $50, $60 and niggas want to complain about it. It's wild because Nike just telling you to just do it, which is so vague, nigga. You don't even know what they nigga just do it, just rob the store. You don't know what the fuck this shit mean, man. It can mean anything to anybody how they want to interpret it. But when you look at a motherfucking brand like Chocolate Buddha, you can interpret it any type of way. You understand that comes with compassion, intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Emotional intelligence. It comes with all these type of righteous acts that's guiding people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not vague. It's narrowing it down and it's telling you what it's about. So we really need to get into that mode where we're guiding our people with the movement and the clothes are giving out that energy or vibration. And we need to stop relying so much on our enemies' names. Like I don't get why people love white people's names so much. It's not like their clothes are really like beautiful or anything like that. It really be if you look at it, no joke, man. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you look at a lot of these brands, you can't tell me that shit not dry as hell. That shit be looking bland in the motherfucker. How many shirts you won't come with the goddamn Gucci logo on it with 2 G's? Is just come on, man. It don't be nothing creative. So it's like, bro, we really need to expand our horizons and stop being brainwashed.
All right. Let me say this before you go, Chocolate Buddha. Rice, man, we appreciate you hanging with us. We appreciate you in the comments. To all of the viewers that's watching right now, hey, y'all got something to say? You know, put it in the chat. You know, right now we're in the Barbershop Talk. We're talking about multiple topics. Hey, if you're just joining in now, you missed a great deal about it. So if you like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk. Hey, we appreciate you. And there's Bart. Hey, don't y'all comment on Mark yet, because y'all already know how we good with Mark. But hey, Mark, we appreciate you hanging with us. But to everyone else out there, you like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description. We appreciate your support. And I know y'all got something to say to Mark, but I got to go to Chocolate Buddha so he could go ahead and say what he's going to say. And then if he want to address Mark, he can. Because I've been waiting on Mark ass for a while. But go ahead, Chocolate Buddha.
I was wondering where he was at.
Yeah. Hey, first I want to say, Rice, again, appreciate you putting your stuff out. And he kind of knows where I'm going because he has a clothing company as well. My man Seven's got a clothing company. You know, I rock some of his stuff. I need to get some more merch. And I really like what you said, brand versus movement, because when I started Chocolate Buddha, it wasn't so much about a brand. It really was about a movement to get people that's like-minded, that still believe in respect, dignity, helping one another out. That's what I want Chocolate Buddha to stand for. And if people don't like that, I'm okay with them not wearing it, because even though I am a capitalist, I want to make money. All money ain't good money. And if you're not down with that, you're not helping people, I'm okay with that. Buy what you want to buy. When it comes back to what happened with Lanny Smith, this is what I have to say about that. He's absolutely within his realm to speak on how he feels about it. But I don't think that's going to help. I think what's going to help is to drown out the naysayers, because we're always going to have people that's talking bad, especially when black product comes out and people are like, hey, why I can't get a deal with it? Just like Seven said, I got hoodies that's going to be, 60, 70, probably $90 because I'm doing quality stuff. And if somebody doesn't want to buy it, it's their freedom to go buy somewhere else. But the people that do want to buy it, those are the ones that I want to focus on. So if Lanny Smith is listening to this, shameless plug, Lanny, come on, let us try some of your apparel so we can put it on here. I'm gonna wear some next time so I can show and prove that I support the brand. But let's focus on the people that support him, because he is doing millions. He is not just an upstart. He's been at this for a while. He's doing big money and he's growing even more. So my direct word to you, Lanny, is again, Wizard already gave a disclaimer. Fuck them haters.
Yeah.
2 times on Sunday. Let's focus on the ones that's backing it up. And when he was talking, I had already bought a shirt because, I got a sweatsuit because he got Ali. He's got the Tupac franchise behind him. He's got Wakanda. And when he said that, this is what I did in protest. And some of y'all already know what I did because I do it here. In protest, I bought one of his expensive hoodies. If we want to send a message, let's stop talking about it and be about it.
Yeah.
For everybody that wants to support him, like right now, he has a push with these T-shirts that's 100% black on, from the cotton to the cuff.
I saw that.
If everyone would just buy one T-shirt, even if you don't wear it, if you buy one T-shirt, that's going to send a bigger statement than somebody saying, oh, this is too expensive. So when Chocolate Buddha does the hard launch in April, I know there's going to be a lot of people coming after my neck. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, why is it so expensive? Who do you think you are? And if they really know me, they would just say they broke, because I don't give a shit about what you say.
Yeah.
I'm here not just for a brand. I'm glad you said it, Seven. I'm going to use that, man, because, I'm in class for my master's degree. It really is about a movement. I really don't care about trying to do the market share, because one of the things in class, they were like, so your competition, you need to focus on beating your competition. I don't see Actively Black as competition against Chocolate Buddha. And that's the first part they try to divide and conquer. I see this as a teammate. So I'm wearing Chocolate Buddha, but I'm still going to be wearing Actively Black, because there's enough money for us to go around. The industry, the apparel industry, is like $168 billion. But guess who's getting the majority of the money? So that's what my focus is. Yeah. I want to upgrade my brand. Steel, polishing steel, steel, sharpen steel. I'm going to be buying Actively Black so I can see what he's doing good to make Chocolate Buddha better. And will I be buying Ralph Lauren? Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why I'm buying Ralph Lauren. Because unlike some of the other ones that you mentioned, Gucci and some of the other ones, they don't want us around at all. Mm-hmm. At least Ralph Lauren, with the platform he's got, is putting us worldwide to make people pay attention to us. So we talk about supporting those that support us. Anybody that's supporting what I'm trying to do or what we're trying to do, you're going to get support from me. The ones that's not, I'm not gonna tell you need to support me. I'm gonna spend my money elsewhere.
Right.
That's how you put an answer out to them.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say about that.
Okay.
Mark's talking about wearing his Sean John belt, but you need to put your ass on here with a picture of that Sean John, leaning back all baby all up. So we
Hell
can
yeah.
Hey,
Sean
Chocolate Buddha, are you saying Lanny Smith, like Lanny or I?
Lanny. And
Yeah.
the brother, he's making big moves. Just put in actively black.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
got his whole story and everything on there. And
Yeah.
I urge everybody to support, follow that, and at least get one outfit from him. You're gonna go on there, you're gonna see all kind of stuff. He got slides, he's got bags, he got swimsuits, he's got everything.
I shared it in the chat. Sorry, Obi.
Oh, no, thanks. Because we need to do that. We keep talking about how can we move forward. We move forward with intelligence, like Seven said, and our intelligence is knowing how to weaponize our money.
Right. I'm gonna say this right here. I've covered a podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check out Rice comments because Rice is posting some comments. I will say this now. In Chocolate Buddha, I know you have too. You've purchased Toy book and you read her book because I think you told me about it. That shit is fire. I've interviewed and I can't think her name a couple of times on my show. She retired soldier. She was with you in the situation, or she worked in the situation room for Obama and Bush. I purchased 3 of her books. I purchased, and these are women of color, and I purchased Shima. I purchased her book. I follow this other guy. Hold up a second. I'm gonna show y'all right quick. Hold up, because I happen to be in my room right here, and he mentioned some books, and so I purchased some more books that I need to read. And this one this guy talked about, and he talked about how white people pretty much butchered black people back in the day, and that's how they learned, about their body and the anatomy and so forth and so on. But my point is, I'm supporting. I'm not just talking about it. People always talk about how we don't support one another. Support one another. Chocolate Buddha, I know you brought merch. I brought merch. 7. We've all supported one another on here. I haven't bought anything from Chocolate Buddha, have I? I don't know if I have or not. I haven't, but I got it saved because I shared the link, and I will. So we all been supporting one another. So we're not talking about it. We been about it, and that's what we have to do. And that's why I will be buying some of that Activity Black because I've been watching that and I support it. And to go back up to Mark, get the baby all out.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to correct you on one thing, Wizzo. You did buy something from me. My book. You bought my book.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember if I did or not, but I like the Chocolate Buddha, and I have that link saved. So I definitely be rocking some of that merch right there. Also, I can't tell you guys how many T-shirts and how many caps I haven't. I don't even hardly wear baseball caps. I just wear this one here because of Wisdom Talk and different things like that. I've supported, blacks and people of color from like that, stuff like that. So if anyone have anything else, I got one more topic I want to throw out because I think everybody didn't throw it out. I don't know if 7 had something. So any comments, I'm gonna come with 7 on what's been said so far, or if you want to kick it in reverse and say something, 7.
I mean, I just want to say, Chocolate Buddha, man, when you get some time, let's touch bases, bro. I would love to shoot out some designs for you in your movement, bro.
Oh man,
will you post your website in the private chat for us?
I posted in the chat. I'll post it in the private chat again.
Yeah.
It's in the private chat right now?
I will. Yeah. I'll post it in the private chat right now. Just hold on, but go ahead.
Okay.
This is what I want to ask everybody. I got merch to sell. I got some stuff like the hoodie that I'm still going to send you, 7. I ain't forgot about you. That I'm printing at home and sending out. But my hard launch is going to be in April. And this is the reason why I'm not really jumping too much on the website that I have right now, because this stuff I did when I first started. But the stuff that's going to be the high quality, where I'm up there with the Sean Johns and the felines and stuff like that, that's going to be in April. So I'm putting all that together. And 7, you got my email, man. Send me some stuff and let's look up, bro.
Yeah, because I got some ideas for some patterns for some of your stuff, bro, and all kind of stuff, bro.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. And this is how we build it, man. People talk about building the village. It starts like this: ideas that get locked in and interwoven, just like that thatch roof, where rain don't come in. People look at how's it doing that because of all those interlocking things, and we can do that in the community.
Yeah.
But when we do that, we talk about the community. We can't afford to say just us. We got to be able to say those that's about us.
Yeah.
And either you with us or you not. I'm not going to look at your color. I'm not going to look at your background. I'm going to look at what you're doing and what you're saying. And if you riding with us, come on in. Barbecue's good. And if you ain't, stay over there. It's a danger zone. You might not want to come over here. And that is just that simple. And when it comes to Chocolate Buddha, again, it's not about being peaceful. It's not about being violent. It's about keeping the balance right. Keep your balance right. And that's what my whole essence of Chocolate Buddha is about. I want people to get together. I want people to work together. But don't ever think that I won't put these hands on you. Don't ever think that violence is off the table, because I'm balanced in both. And I think the world works better when we have that balance. And that's what Chocolate Buddha is all about, keeping the balance right.
All right, guys. So check this out. So I want to throw out this one little last topic. I want to chop it up with that for a few minutes and then go around the horn. And then I want to give out, let everybody give some closing comments. So back when Trump was sending the military and everything to California, the sheriff in Florida made a statement talking about if they throw rocks at us, if they throw this at us, we're going to kill them graveyard dead. I mean, This is coming from a sheriff that sound like he was threatening people. And I Googled it. So, yes, it is illegal to be threatening somebody in Florida. 836.10 covers written threats and with bodily injury. And he's talked about, if you do this, we're going to put you in the hospital. If you do that, you're going to put you in the hospital and we're going to put you in jail. So, but I'm just focusing on you guys, just asking y'all about this threat from the sheriff, because these guys was going to be protesting or whatever from whatever Trump was doing. I know it's Trump, but I call him Trump, was doing or had going on. But I just want to know, do y'all think that this sheriff is overstepping his bound, threatening someone to say, we're going to kill them graveyard dead if they throw this rock, or if they throw this, or if they do that, we're going to kill them dead? Because my other thing to that is the J6 came up in there, but we aren't going to get on that right now. They didn't, that was that was in, they didn't kill him graveyard dead, but that was another whole nother situation. I just want to focus on this Florida situation right now. Ask you guys, what do y'all think about this sheriff comment talking about killing them graveyard dead? And Mark, if you're listening, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know you support Trump. So I don't even come to Chocolate Buddha. Chocolate Buddha, what are your thoughts on this sheriff saying that he's going to kill somebody graveyard dead if they do these XYZ?
Okay, the first thing I got to say about that, anybody that is supposed to be in a leadership position, they got to come out and say something like that. They're a weak-ass coward. If you know, like Rico and I know, there's something called rules of engagement. And I don't have to tell you what I'm entitled to do, but there's levels to doing that. And if you're a real professional, somebody call you names and throwing rocks is just part of it. And we are trained as professionals how to escalate. But if somebody wants to get on the microphone and say something like that, that sounds like somebody that needs to beat their chest, because inside they feel inferior. Inside they feel scared as shit. So they want to try to make as big as they can be, puffery like the big puffer fish, to make sure that they're scaring somebody else, which they're not. Because the real people that do stuff like that, the last thing you're going to do is hear them say they're going to kill you graveyard dead. They already know you going in the ground. They ain't got to say shit to you.
Right.
Yep.
Rico, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We got rules of engagement. Once you go past that last level, there ain't nothing to talk about. So why are you bragging about it? Unless you're a scared coward and you want to make yourself look tough. He actually made it stupid to me.
All right, cool. Rico.
I have an example of that same thing. A majority of the people, when we get ready to deploy, these youngsters and people who talk, I can't wait to kill somebody, this
Come
and this
on,
and
tell
this.
us, man.
When the rounds and the bombs and all that start going out, they start crying and hollering for their mama. They want to go home and all that. So, like he said, them real killers, they don't talk. They'll show you what they'll do. He is definitely a coward. And if anyone was to actually say something to him about what he said, I guarantee you he'll cower down. Just like Agent Orange, when the governor of California finally caught up with him out there on that tarmac, he squared him right away. He was like, oh, yeah. And his wife was behind him. Agent Orange's wife was smiling because you could tell he was digging Mr. Gavin Newsom. That's his name, right?
Yeah,
He was digging in his ass. They cowards. There are all of them white men who talk all of that shit. And they think they could do that now because of the man that's in the White House. But a lot of them finding out that them thinking they have power because he's there. A bunch of them around town, if you see on social media, they getting their ass whooped. White men and white women, they getting their ass whooped because they thinking they could go around slapping people just because I'm white. No, they're cowards and they finding out. They in that FAFO right now. So
That's a shirt right there, son.
you don't worry about people like that because they all talk, no action. That's it. They just gonna talk. So all you got to do is blow at them one time and they'll change their whole damn tune.
That's what's up. 7. What do you think about that comment that sheriff made out there in Florida? We gonna kill them graveyard dead.
I think that people that have what they think is a position of power, they try to use it to their advantage. Like, especially, was this dude white?
Yes.
Right. So motherfuckers that be weak as hell for real. This nigga was probably picked on as a child in school or some shit. But when people get the illusion of power, they try to apply it in such a way where they feel like they can apply pressure or intimidate other people. What I truly think about that is this. I admire it because that let me know who to kill. You know what I'm saying? If I see this motherfucker, he seemed like he trying to apply any type of pressure, I already know that it's my life or his life, and it's not gonna be my life. You feel me?
Right.
People need to start to get that in their mind. And I think we talked about something similar on another episode where it comes to police officers and like they're just doing aggressive shit because they feel like they can. They have to start to understand that they are servants of the people. They serve us, right? So telling somebody that they're gonna be graveyard dead already, like if I see this nigga in any type of situation, I already gonna assume that he just gonna choose violence.
Yeah.
So that means I already gotta be on that mode. Sometimes you gotta give people the savagery they think that you have in you, but amplified. You know what I'm saying? Like just tear this motherfucker to pieces. People be thinking that motherfuckers be weak, right? Because they think that you're not gonna do nothing. That badge, they think instills fear in people. But the thing they have to understand is people we automatically want to survive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not just gonna lay their life down in your hands and allow you to do whatever you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once these police officers and sheriffs and all these motherfuckers start getting that in their mind, they will start approaching people with a certain level of respect. Now I already know my man Chaka Boo, he gonna say motherfuckers is trained to hit center mass. Yeah. But if I rip your motherfucking head off, you're not even gonna be able to hit center mass, bro. You can't automatically assume because you trained just to shoot a motherfucker that another motherfucker not trained in something else. It's always gonna be a motherfucker that's gonna have the upper hand, and they always ain't gonna be the nigga with the gun. You could pull a gun out, but if I kick your motherfucking teeth out quicker than you pull that gun out, that gun not gonna do nothing. And there are people who are trained to do these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you don't know who that motherfucker is because niggas that know how to do that type of shit, they not out there promoting it. Yeah. True killers ain't promoting killing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And that's how you know who really about it.
I'm glad you said that, Selman. Because for those who really know me, they know that weapon ain't the only thing I got in my arsenal. Exactly. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Those who know.
They think. No, oh, my bad.
I'll go ahead, Rico.
No, I was just gonna say they think that they could just nowadays continually do what they want and to people or people's family, and they could just get away with it. I don't believe that like what's the dude, Rodney Hinton. If there needs to be more of that. There needs to be more of that, because guess what? They kill your family, kill their family, kill them. I totally agree. A bully won't stop bullying you until you punch him in the mouth. I had a bully when I was in high school. He beat me up, but guess what? I fought him back. He never tried to bully me again. Anyone who said something to me, he protected me, because he said he respected me because I stood up to him.
Right. Now I know Chocolate Buddha. I don't think he feel that, but let me say this right here. Two things I want to touch on. First, let me thank to the viewers that's out there watching right now. I appreciate you guys. We're talking barbershop talk, where it's multiple conversation. If you just logged in now, you missed a shitload of good fire conversation. So make sure you subscribe to Wizzo Talk. The link is in the description, or it's strolling right across the bottom of the screen. Just make sure you hit that notification bell, because I post according to my guest availability rather than a fixed schedule. Say, guys, I got next on the 20th, I have a topic coming up, adult conversation between men and women. It'll be about two or three ladies and two or three men, and the conversation is explicit. That's all I'm saying. So make sure
Can I
you
be on that
subscribe
one?
so you don't miss it.
Can I be on that one?
I have to see it to touch just to touch on something else about the open carry. This just so I want to just touch on that for a moment. I saw a video about a white guy walked off into this one place, and he was open carry, and he walked off in there, and the black guy walked by, took his gun from him out of his holster, and he's like, "Come on, man, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up?" And then when they go outside, you hear dot 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 dot, and never know what happened. I'm not no fan of open carry. You don't need to see what the fuck I got, but I will say this, that it was a shooting in Austin, Texas. It was a shooting. It's been about, I don't know how many shootings right now. So we need to get our head on a swivel. We need to start paying attention when we're in the grocery stores, and we need to watch out what's going on. If you have anyone out there, a family member that's teaching or know someone that's teaching, all these school shootings. My daughter's in the education. My son coaches football. My grandson, I text him and let him know, hey, if you see anybody, know anybody talking about shooting or killing, make sure you let somebody know. So we need to have our head on a swivel, because it may be one of us in a Walmart or in a Target. I ain't going to no Target. I used to always thought that was for white folks shopping there, but to be anywhere, you might need to go head on and neutralize their ass and put them on down. I just wanted to put that out there. Chocolate Buddha, I saw you kind of say something. Before we start closing out, did you have anything that you wanted to say? I saw you smile when Rico said something.
No, I forget what it was about what Rico said. It probably was something about killing them eye for eye and stuff.
Yeah.
But I believe in getting the person that did it, not people that represent the person that did it. I'm not for finding somebody's family or their kids get it. I want the shooter. I want the bullet. As far as it comes to open carry, it goes to the same thing Seven was saying about people that's talking loud and doing all that shit. You the first target. If you out there carrying your Colt 45 on your hip, or you want to have an AR strapped around your back, you just made yourself a target, because that Glock that I carry, either the single stack or the double stack, if you see it, it's too late. Yeah. I'm not putting it out there because I don't have anything to show off. I know how well I can shoot with that. I know what damage, what lives I can take with that. So I don't have to show it. And people that's showing that, to me, they're in danger, because they don't know what they're doing. They just want to be out here with all the puffery to show people that they're not scared. And really, they're the scaredest ones. And the scaredest one gets innocent people killed every time. So I'm not a big fan of open carry because of that. Usually people just want to show off. But again, if somebody wants to be bold and be open carry, they're in my sights. You are my 50-meter target.
Yeah.
And
I'll say this.
I watch them as well.
Yeah. I'll say this on that open carry. I worked at Walmart for about 3.5 years. That income was sent to every bit I made there was sent to my son's college to put him through school. And while I had another full-time job. So, but I watched people walk in there, and this one guy had, I kid you not, had on 3 pistols. Had one on his side, right side, one on his left side, and one across his chest like this. And I'm like, what the fuck is all of this for? I mean, you will get that shit taken from you so damn fast that because you already broadcasting and showing what you got. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Creole.
Go ahead, Seven.
How about, hey man, listen, y'all niggas really want to be funny? This is what you do. You open carry one, don't have no bullets in that bitch, right? And conceal carry the other one. So when a nigga snatch the empty gun, you just pop their ass with the other one. Now that's comedy right there.
That is comedy for the person that shoot, not the one that's carrying it. But I will tell you this: if I'm going to carry multiple things, which I do, not trying to disclose everything, it's going to be extra magazines.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't think once that one clip is over that this is over. So if you want to carry something, carry extra one of those. So
that's what's up. So guys, let me say this because we're approaching 2 hours. Hey, the conversation is always fire, man, here on Wizard Talk. I mean, I looked at the clock. I'm like, damn, we got 2 hours and we can keep going. But I'm gonna go on and come around the room and work the room. We're gonna get some closing comments. And again, I can't thank my viewers enough that's watching. Maybe you're watching it now or maybe you're watching it later. Rice, I got to get you back on the show because Rice has always has some good fire information. So I got to get Rice back on. And I'm going to say this, guys. I have 822 subscribers to Wizzo Talk.
Nice.
And didn't know, I'm talking about somebody that didn't know what the hell they was doing. And I have over 350-some thousand total views. OB, you was on one. Chocolate Buddha, you was on one that on short the other day that did 1.7. You know, and Seven has been on some that's didn't hit 1 point something, and Jason has been on one that hit 30,000. You know, so I think I got one with Rico to hit about 2. Some of the shorts because a lot of people watch the shorts, but I always try to refer them to the full podcast, which the shorts is what's hidden. But you know, so man, I'm telling you, it's been some fire conversation, and I can't thank my viewers, subscribers enough because I really appreciate it. Because at one time I had like 10 subscribers. I'm like, man, ain't nobody gonna fucking subscribe to my podcast. But I kept on pushing. I kept on going. I kept on making content. And at one time, it was hard for me to find ladies to come on Wizzo Talk. Now I have probably about like 8 of them that will come on at the heartbeat. They've never told me no. They've never told me no, and I appreciate them for that. You know, and so, God, I just wanted to say that right quick. So let me go around the room, and I'm going to get some closing comments. So I don't want to hold too much long because I know, Chocolate Boot, I know you're in a totally different time zone. So let me come with Seven and see with some closing comments. Seven, what you got for us?
First thing I want to say is lynchings never stop. When we looking at the police officers, we have modern day lynchings that I don't think people really think about. Anytime they calling extra police officers, think of that as a lynching, man. Especially if you black, because they gonna either beat your ass, they gonna kill you or something, bro. Something crazy gonna happen. We need to start looking at these things like modern day things from back in the past. Back in the past, anytime one black man was surrounded by motherfucking multiple white men, they knew nothing good was gonna happen. So we need to start protecting ourselves. I don't think that we look at modern day things and compare them to old day things, man. It always take like fucking 5 white men to take down 1 black man. That says a lot about our power and how we scare people with just our skin, right? So we need to start looking at these things, and we need to start being more careful and being more aware of the past and the present. A lot of people don't look back in the past, and we need to keep paying attention to that because all the older people will tell you, man, the past always repeats itself, especially when people don't know their history. So, man, it's been an honor with you gentlemen, man, and I can't wait till the next one.
All right, that's what's up. We appreciate it. Rico, what you got, man?
Hey, I want to say to our people, learn to love yourself first, and then you will begin to love others. Trust yourself with any and everything that you do, long as you work at it. The time to come together is now, because there's a fight coming to us like no other. What our grandparents, our great grandparents, our moms, our uncles, aunties, all of those that they went through. That time is now. Old America is gone for right now. It's time to come together so that we can endure these things and make them easier for one another and prepare ourselves for the fight to come.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Chocolate Buddha, what you got for us? Closing comments.
My closing comment is don't let the bullshit that's going on right now kill your positivity. We have a lot to be proud for. We have a lot that we're striving for. Can we do better? Absolutely. But we're going to do better by believing in better. And the last thing I want to say is don't let color blind you to kindness. There's a lot of people out there that are allies. There's a lot of people that want to do better, regardless of how they look. And I said it once, and I'm going to say it a million times. Judge people on their actions. Don't go by their color, because you'd be surprised that redneck, big buckled, tattooed up white dude that looks scary is the first one that's going to come out and pop around in somebody's ass for doing something to you, because they're related to us. They're connected to us. They don't believe the story that's been passed down to them. So be aware, be eye-opening. Same thing with people are the same. What do we say? All skin folk ain't kin folk. We got to be aware, and we can't just use it on a broad stroke of this the color line, this is where I'm going to say it. The world is bigger than that, and people that's been around the world, Rigo, you know as well as I know, there's more love for the black skin that's portrayed in the media.
Yes.
I'm a living testament of that, because there's no way in hell some ragged head dude from Chicago that joined the army bow-legged would get an opportunity to model in America. But in Germany, they paid me.
Yeah.
Not to be an animal, but because they thought black people were that high. So
oh yeah,
I want y'all to go out with positivity and bring them in, because this community is bigger than just a one black broad stroke. It's about people with the same mind that want to be kind and want to move together. So let's keep moving together, fam. And I'm so fucking glad that I got to be with y'all, man. Y'all don't know how much
we feel the same way.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
mean, I just want to say this, bro. We got a pomegranate samurai, a tangerine ninja, and a
tangerine baby,
a chocolate Buddha.
everybody
operates on a vibration of their name. Me and a tangerine ninja, we be talking about knocking motherfuckers off, and then you got chocolate Buddha talking about peace and love, bro.
Hey, Stephen, tell me that's not a show, man.
No, it is.
That's a show, baby. We got balance. We got everything. We got balance. That's a show, man.
Yeah.
Check this out. Already, that's what's up. So, Chocolate Buddha, before I say a little bit of something, I'd like for you to touch on the memorial one more time.
Okay, I'm still working that documentary. For those that know and the ones that don't know, the first permanent structure dedicated to survivors of sexual violence is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm doing a documentary on that. It's called the Survivors Memorial Documentary, and I'm documenting this first thing because, number one, it's the field that I work in, survivors of sexual violence. Number two, I think it's something that we as Americans need to talk more about, because this is the first time we've ever had a structure dedicated to survivors of sexual violence. I don't know any family that hasn't been touched by sexual violence sometime in their lives. And earlier we started the show talking about some of these freaks of nature, pedophiles that like to touch little boys and little girls, but we never talk about what happens to them after and how we care for them after this has happened. This memorial is dedicated to them surviving the worst of the worst. So I want to bring that out. I want to showcase the second one that was built in Appleton, Wisconsin, but the first one's got to come out. So the next time I'm on, I'll put up a link so you can see the sizzle reel, but it's something that is a passion project. If I don't make any money off of it, I don't care, but I do want people to, number one, know where this memorial is and that it exists. And number two, I want to get some kind of national recognition. And this is where I want to get on the politicians. We'll talk about this later, but I'm going to have a roster to try to get them to do their damn job. Again, They don't want to do their job, but it's up to us to make them do their job because they're getting our money to do their damn job.
Right. That's what's
So
up.
thank
All
you.
right.
Let me get that shout
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, appreciate you. Always want to get you to share that from time to time whenever we have you on. Guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Chocolate Buddha, hey, always glad to have you on. I know you out there in New Mexico, and sometimes you can't get on, and you be hating, and you be like, God dang, Wizzo, I didn't make it, you know. But I appreciate you being on. Seven is one of my go-to guys. Seven is just always ready. Sometimes I say, Seven, you got a topic. He said, man, you know, shit, I'm gonna go with the flow, man. You know, I'm gonna just roll with it. Seven always keeps something. He just roll off the top. And like you say, Chocolate Booty, y'all may go at it at the end, but I know damn well you got his back, and that's no doubt.
Goddamn right.
And,
Not
and
touching.
yeah, no doubt. And Rico was introduced to me by Cree, and she started her podcast or whatever. And Rico is another one of my go-to guys. So, guys, I mean, I appreciate you guys for answering the call because, like I say, when you hosting a podcast and you sitting there and you waiting for to hear that little beep to know that someone's in the room. Sometimes it's pins and needles and shit. And then when you hear that beep, you know, oh shit, I got somebody. So if I don't got nobody else, I got somebody. So guys, I appreciate y'all wholeheartedly for coming on Wizzo Talk. To all other viewers out there, maybe you watching now or maybe you catch it later. I appreciate your love and appreciate your support. Click the link to subscribe. Wizzo Talk is uncut. It's unedited. We was talking about barbershop talk. We cover multiple topics. The only time you will hear one topic on Wizzo Talk is that's if I'm interviewing one person. Other than that, you never know what the fuck you're going to get. So make sure you subscribe because we're going to kill some motherfuckers. We're going to say some motherfuckers. We're going to bury some motherfuckers. And we just going to all be some motherfuckers. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all.